Democracy is in crisis. Over the last 5 years across the globe, almost half of countries have seen a decline in key democratic indicators. Here in the US, Americans are deeply distrustful of elected officials, with over 80% saying that elected officials don't care what people like them think. At Win Number, we believe that democracy and civic engagement are inextricably linked, with our elected officials and their political campaigns playing an integral role in setting the tone for civic engagement. It matters both who we elect and how we elect them. I've worked in democratic politics for 15 years, and I've seen firsthand how current campaign technology can be a barrier to political participation and inclusive campaigns. Fundamentally, current technology solutions have 3 key failures. First, current solutions are hard to use, particularly for first-time candidates and candidates at the state and local level who are trying to figure out how to reach out to voters in their community and run a successful campaign. Second, current technology solutions are really built to reach out to likely voters, limiting who is heard by our political campaigns. And finally, current technology solutions are built to deliver a message to voters. They're not built to listen to voters or understand the concerns that matter to them. My name is Nicole Hobbs Morrison, and I'm the co-founder and CEO of Win Number. And at Win Number, we're reimagining political campaign technology for the civic century to bring new voices into the political arena, both in terms of who we elect and who is engaged by our political campaigns. Our technology has 3 core features. First, our AI automated workflows will take the guesswork out of running a successful voter contact program, lowering the barrier to entry for those who want to run for office and serve their community. Second, our AI models will help candidates unlock new opportunities to connect with hard-to-reach voters, expanding who is heard through our political campaigns. And finally, our AI models will analyze qualitative data to help candidates listen to and deeply understand the concerns of the voters they seek to represent, helping to build a responsive campaign message. Our first technology product will launch next month in June. This will be an analytics dashboard that will organize data on the campaign's voter contact program. And throughout 2025 and into 2026, we have a detailed product roadmap to build out our AI solution for the 2026 cycle. Our team has deep experience working in democratic politics and building technology solutions. In my 15 years of working in democratic politics, I worked with hundreds of campaigns as a staffer on campaigns, as a consultant to campaigns, and as the founder of a political organization that fundraised for over 250 campaigns across the country. Blueprint Interactive is serving as our development team, with one of their partners serving as our fractional CTO. And they've been a great development partner and thought leader as we build out this technology solution for campaigns. Our business model is straightforward in that we contract with individual campaigns or other entities who are purchasing our product on behalf of campaigns. In advance of our launch next month, we have 2 confirmed contracts, and we're working on building out that customer pipeline for 2025. And in 2026, we're looking to use the partnerships that we build this year to scale to over 100 campaigns across the country. To date, Win Number has been a bootstrapped venture supported by non-dilutive funding. In advance of our launch next month, support from the Yale Innovation Civic Pitch would help to fill a current gap in our data and technology budget. And as we seek to scale for 2026, we will be kicking off a fundraise this summer that will allow us to build out our internal development team and get us to that scale that can serve over 100 campaigns next year. Democracy is in crisis, and what's needed right now is not more of the status quo. At Win Number, we're reimagining political campaign technology as we rebuild faith in democracy and strengthen participation in civic life. We're ready to meet this moment with your support. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole. This was great. So this is set up as a C Corp, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm curious about, you say in 2026 to scale up, you want to fundraise $750,000. Where do you see this company exiting? Like, what is your exit strategy around this? Because when you bring in VCs, which I'm assuming you're looking at, what are you trying to convey to them around, like, hey, this is a plan here, this is what the exit strategy looks like? Just curious about that.
Great question. In many ways, we're looking to other companies that have had successful exits in this space. I think Mobilize, that launched pretty much 8 years ago and kind of reinvented the volunteer experience for campaigns. They had they started in Virginia, where we're looking to start as well. They scaled in 2026, and they were acquired. Well, maybe there's been 2 acquisitions at this point, but I know they were acquired by another company in the space. I think a good potential home for us could be one of the kind of larger democratic data firms that exists. The current incumbent in the space, maybe 5 years ago, I would have said we become part of NGP Van and Bonterra. Not sure that that's the case anymore. I know PDI has done a number of acquisitions in this space, so there are several companies that we could look to be acquired by in the future.
Thank you. Do you have another question? I got another.
Okay. I'm always curious when people talk about AI because, as you know, AI depends on input. It's only going to give out what you put in. And you're talking about changing what we're doing now. How does your AI do anything different than what we're doing now?
Great question. So if you decided to run for political office tomorrow as a Democrat, you'd get access to a platform called NGP Van. It would have information on the voters in your district. And you'd have an app. So as you're going out and knocking on doors, you'd be able to, mark who's a supporter, who's undecided. And there is a section there where you can take notes on that conversation. And right now, those notes pretty much just sit in NGP Van and nothing is done with them. It's really hard to extract that data and analyze that data. So what we're looking to do is fundamentally provide an opportunity for campaigns to analyze that, to help them understand, what voters are saying as their campaigns are having conversations at the door. And I think a critical piece to this is training as well. It's kind of a different model of conversation than what's happened in the past. And some of the work that we've done initially around win number, particularly as I kind of did this as a little bit as a consultant, was working with campaigns, with candidates, with volunteers on how do you have these open-ended, listening-focused conversations with campaigns and collect good data from that. Because I think exactly as you said, it really matters the data that we're putting into this, and that's something we put a lot of thought into.
Thank you.